then my question for you is, do we want to catch up for a little bit, or do we want to jump into the recording, and then if we still have energy, we can chat after?
Let's just get in, because I feel like some of our best reels come out of us, like, sort of bullshitting in the beginning. And also, we are kind of, like, this episode, we are kind of catching up.
Ooh, true. And I'll cut this together, but for those of you listening, I have a doozy for this episode today, and I haven't told Erika maybe 15% of the information.
She's
been upsetty spaghetti.
very, very.
But it's so juicy. It's so good. And I, for the sake of the bit, am doing this on our recording because I want to get real on the emotions and how pathetic I feel. Side note, we'll get real on that. But I also want to pinpoint the fact that narcissism in a man is so, like, this particular person is so oblivious to how fucking narcissistic they are. It is bananas. So I want to, I am spotlighting my own emotional stuntedness, if you will. Although the end is progress, so ominous information. It's fine.
Truly. Hello, everybody. Welcome back after a embarrassingly long hiatus. My bad.
It's fine. We're fine. That's Erika, for those of you wondering. I'm Sarah. And we are the very much living Understaffed podcast, the chaos we can't clock out of. We haven't recorded since we recorded with El Sparrow, which was a month ago.
Yeah.
A little over a month ago. And she even messaged me. She's like, bitch, when's my episode coming out? And I'm like, next week?
Listen.
I mean, don't get me wrong. That episode is phenomenal. And halfway through the editing and whatnot, it's going to be amazing. So for those of you that like reading, part of our spiel is supporting indie authors. And last week's episode is with El Sparrow. And it's fucking phenomenal. So you guys should check that out. On an additional note, we got some book mail. And it has beautiful sprayed fucking edges.
Is that Isley Rose's new book? Glitch. Or not new Butch, but the first one?
New Butch? Excuse me?
You know what I mean.
Yes, this is Glitch. And she sent it in the mail. Look at the artwork that comes with it. Shut your fucking mouth. Ugh.
I love it.
And she says, to my great friend, Sarah, live your truth. Well, baby, I shall. Today's episode literally is gonna hurt my feelings. But we talk so much about being transparent and sharing information with the people that follow our page, which is a small following, admittedly. But we get messages from people and our friends' friends saying like, oh my God, I relate to that so much. And oh my God, they're so relatable. And oh my God, thank you for sharing that. I've never said things like that out loud to people before. So today, I'm here to talk about dating life in 2026 and married guy number 5.
Because mine is so short, let me do mine first, because it is really short. Also, let's all take a moment for the person who's really doing the work, Miss Daisy, who is suffering.
What an asshole. What an asshole.
Also, if you're wondering what that box is, it's all of the shit that was on my desk that I just put on my bed. Because you know what? If I'm going to clean, it's mostly going to be me moving my piles to other piles for a little bit.
Yeah, there are 5 things in every room. We have learned about this.
Yes. Are they all 5 currently commingling together in that box? Yes, but we don't need to talk about that.
That's not a detail we need to know. Mhm.
Yes. So I just wanted to, I mean, there's a lot more to this story, but I'm going to just read a text message that I got from somebody. Uh, they're going through a divorce. It's really, it speaks for itself. She texts me. She says, I had a long conversation this morning. Essentially, what I told you last night, he said he's not willing to give up on this relationship. And my response was, if that's the case, that he cannot or will not prioritize the kids, even after being informed that he's actively hurting him, then I will be requesting sole custody and 100% of visitation. He's still undeterred. He said he's willing to spend more time with them, check in more often, but the kids cannot be his first priority. For his future happiness takes precedence.
Wow.
Wild.
What a piece of shit,
That
dude.
man said that with his entire chest. That is the most red pill bullshit I've ever heard.
Especially when he's like, "Ugh." Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Wow. Wow.
Okay.
What the actual fuck?
Truly, truly. I know yours is way juicier, so
In this episode, I will be discussing Married Guy number 5. And for those of you who have followed along a bit of the dating saga between Erika's dating life and my dating life, married men pop up regularly and
heavily.
heavily. And you don't always find out right away.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and that's where my point of contention comes in initially, because there was uh physical, I can't come up with something fancy, but there was things involved physically that happened beforehand, and then I find out a couple days later. So, setting the scene, I travel a little bit, and I'm gonna be honest, this one has messed me up more than I expected. And it's not because I was in love, it's not because of anything like that, but for a split second, I let myself feel something, and I think that's where I'm, like, the most upset about it, because I felt, "Oh, maybe this is a situation that I am safe in." Just kidding. Um, how many times do we have to find out later that someone isn't who they said they were?
That's a
Before you
really
really
good way to put that. Like, for a second, I thought this is a situation I could feel safe in. Because it's not love, it's not infatuation, it's like, this is something that I could lean into and it would be okay.
Right, right, and then how many times does that have to happen before you start judging yourself or
Or
questioning your own judgment,
yeah.
because you're like, "This keeps fucking happening," and that's where my hurt feelings come into play, because I do have a lot of walls up, and I do try to protect myself quite a bit, and then this situation happens. So, I meet this man. The energy is fantastic. Conversation's really easy. He's very intuitive. He's lovely to chat with. He's funny. Um, he also makes me feel seen. He's like repeating things that I said 20 minutes ago, which, ladies, bare
Hot.
fucking minimum. Bare
Mhm.
minimum. It's hot. But also, that was 20 minutes ago. If you can't repeat the things that anyone in your life says from 20 minutes ago, you have bigger problems. But I was feeling listened to. I was feeling heard. And I'm thinking over the course of a few days, like, this is something worth exploring. This is something, and we live in 2 different states, so there's no rushing that could potentially happen in that sense. Uh, just open, like feeling open about it. So after said line has been crossed, he texts me one day and he says, I really want to have a phone conversation today. And I want to be open and honest about what's going to happen moving forward between the two of us. And there is that little light that pops on, like, hmm? And then I tell Erika about it, and Erika immediately says it's giving garbage man. Feelings, hurt feelings, not wrong, but hurt feelings. And I was like, you know what? It's fine. Okay. Like, my instincts are screaming a little bit, but it's fine. It's totally fine. He tells me he's married on said phone call. Then I find out later he's been married for 27 years. 27 sweet, beautiful years with the same person. And I have unintentionally stepped into this. And man, my brain is fucked up. Like, and for the record, it's over. There is nothing there. It is ended. It is ended. However, I want to read some of the unhinged fucking messages this married man is sending me after the fact. Okay. And I'm doing this, because I think that this happens a lot more in the dating world with women who are too nice or don't stand up for themselves, which I'm very guilty of most of the time. And okay. I'm just going to get right into it.
Or you just really want to believe them. Like, you really want to believe that, like, this situation, the way that they are portraying it is the actual truth of the situation.
And Erika and I have had this conversation before where it's like, I am a good fucking person and I work my ass off and I love to travel and I work really hard for the things that I want and the things that I have. And the fact that that alone is not enough to woo a man into being my partner is like bananas to me. But are there still things that I need to heal from, even from my own divorce a few years ago? Yes. Are there still things that I need to learn about myself and work through and actually work through the problem? Yes. I can't think of the guy's name, but I see his content all the time. And he has been single, I think, for like 7 or 8 years, maybe longer than that. But to me, his initial portrayal of himself is just perpetually sad. And it's not. It's just the way that people are cutting those reels together. But the other day, I'm going to have to figure out his name and I'll put it in the show notes. But the other day he posted content of like a podcast interview with somebody else. And he said that while he is comfortable being single and he doesn't care how long it takes, he doesn't care if it's going to take forever. He doesn't care if it takes another 2 months. He doesn't care how long he has to be single. But there are times that he becomes profoundly sad about being single because he is a good person, because he would be loyal to whoever his partner is, because he would have all of these things not only to give them, but also open to receiving. And I feel that. Erika and I've had conversations before where I'm like, I'm hitting this rut where I'm like really down on myself because I'm awesome. And like, where the fuck is my person? So, said situation happens and I'm thinking, could be, could not be, but like, we're going to have fun while we're here and enjoy it for whatever it is. After we get off the phone, okay, we're on the phone. One of the comments he makes to me is, "You must have known I was married." No, wasn't wearing a wedding ring, you fucking asshole. You also didn't tell me. So how am I supposed to read minds? So that pissed me off initially. And then he said something
just said
about
that to make himself feel better. He just said that to make himself feel better.
100%. 100%. So then he's saying like, we really have a connection and you really surprised me and you kind of took me out of a rut. Great. Love that for you. I'm not that bitch. I am not going to. And then I even told him before this that my ex had cheated on me, married his baby mama, like told him these things. And then he's still saying this stuff to me after the fact. And I'm like, I am not going to participate in this. This is not something that I'm going to be a part of. This is where this ends. And we get off the phone. So let me look at the timestamp. This is like 5 hours later. "Sarah, I know I messed up. Every word I said to you from the moment we met was and still is sincere. Every word. Sarah, I'm so sorry. I am not defending my action, as awful as it is on its own. I am defending your response, how I made you feel, and how you may view me. It is not about making sure you do not view me as a bad person. You have the right and justification to view me however you please. It is about
Truly.
acknowledging it is about acknowledging what I did was selfish, unacceptable, and completely wrong. No excuses. If you view me as a bad person, then I am a bad person. I take full ownership of it because I put you in a position that caused you to compromise your values in various ways, and for that I am truly, truly sorry, and I apologize with all my heart. That right there should have been it.
Great.
That should have
Yes.
been
That should have been it.
done and done.
No other contact unless it is initiated by you.
No. Said text message continues. The aim and focus here is not to primarily seek forgiveness for my action, but owning my error in every way. Your heart, respect, and vulnerability you gave to me, and again and forever, I apologize for not protecting and covering it. Okay, last thing, because it is difficult to end this apology. When have apologies ever been easy? First of all,
Yeah.
weird to, I just think that like detail is weird to say, but sure. My feelings for you, wait, I'm guilty of what okay. Okay. How do I fucking explain this? I'm guilty of withholding information from you that would have allowed you to make a decision in your best interest. I may even be guilty of wanting you and allowing that influence my choices in a way that wasn't fair to you.
May?
Duh.
May have?
My feelings for you were/are real, but I should have been honest about my situation from the beginning. I didn't give you the opportunity to choose with the full truth, and that's on me. You deserved honesty, and I failed to give you that. I'm truly sorry.
Correct.
Mm-hmm. So,
Correct.
same night, I respond, and I said, I appreciate the note. I just have no words for you. Fact. Done.
Great. Yeah,
Please
no,
stop sending me messages.
that's perfectly better than he deserves, but cordial and get straight to the point. Like,
His response. I get it. Just thank you so kind for responding. I'm over here miserable, been staying away from everyone here because keep having to fight back tears and I'm not a crier. I totally understand no words. I care for you deeply, even though I made a mistake in not being honest with you, and even though we have known each other for less than a week. I am so sorry, Sarah. I will do whatever I need to win your respect and, more importantly, your friendship back. I don't know what to call it. Please do not throw me away. I can and will show you I can be honest, an honest asset in your life. Time, no rush. Please, I ain't too proud to beg. I will show you I can be a good person. I promise you will not regret it. Please do not hate me no matter what. I desire to be a part of your life and I want you a part of mine. I know you may view me as a bad person now, but I promise to redeem myself. Not overnight. Please, please give it time. I don't have any enemies or a bad name, and you are the last person I want to think bad of me, and the first person whose life I desire to be in. Sorry, didn't mean to type all that, just pouring out what's in my heart.
this is one of those situations where, like, I'm sure on the surface, because he's clearly not super emotionally mature, he's just saying it out loud because he knows that you're not going to be an asshole to him back. You're just gonna, like, firmly hold your boundaries and be like, "No, this isn't," and he's saying all of that stuff to make himself feel better. He's not saying
Correct.
it because it's gonna make you also, like, can we talk about how he has all of these intense feelings when you
And it's
guys
been a
had
week?
Yeah.
I know.
Like,
I
you
know.
at no point and Sarah and I are both I don't feel like we fall for people exceptionally fast, but because we both have ADHD, we very much fall into the, like, tunnel
Ooh, it's
vision.
shiny. Mm-hmm.
Yes. And at no point when Sarah and I were talking about this guy when she was before she found any of this out, was she like, "Oh my god, he's the one." Like, it was very much,
No.
like, cautiously optimistic. Like, "This guy seems cool, and I like spending time with him like a normal fucking person."
Mm-hmm. So he kind of goaded me a little bit because I was like,
Oh, that would work on me too, don't you worry.
11 o'clock at night. I said, this is a lot to take
Sarah's
in,
peak
Ron.
hour, by the way, is between 11 o'clock and, like, 2 AM.
This is a lot to take in. You want me to stick around for a friendship on a foundation of mistrust, betrayal, and bold-faced lies. How is that even conducive to a friendship in general? If we're being honest, I didn't want a friendship with you. I did want to see what this could look like moving forward and dating. He does a thumbs up emoji. Okay? Okay? So,
Listen, for anyone who doesn't know, if a woman does a thumbs up emoji, you fucked up. I don't
entirely.
I I don't think anybody has ever sent, like, a paragraph or said anything to me, like, in any sort of, like, deep emotional way. If I give you a thumbs up, it is because I am livid.
Hands down. Hands down. Or if I just say, okay. Oh, no. Stop it.
That's me giving myself time to gather the words to explain to you how much you
How
fucked
you
up.
fucked up. For real. Uh,
You and I have talked about it a lot, like, in our own experiences and just experiences in general and, like, actual studies and facts, how men, uh, because of the patriarchy is bad for everybody, men isolate themselves and do not have the same bonds with each other that women have with each other, so they rely entirely on their spouses for all of their emotional support and emotional regulation. So he put himself in a situation where for obvious reasons, his wife isn't gonna regulate his emotions for him. So now he's putting all of this shit onto you because you're the closest woman, and
yeah.
he's expecting what he gets from his wife from you.
Yeah. We continue. That may have been too soon to ask anything of you.
What?
Too soon.
Obviously.
I agree with all you said because once again, I own all the wrong I did to you. Don't respond to this statement right now, but it is my sincere prayer that you will give me an opportunity one day to begin a journey to prove to you that I can rebuild the trust that I damaged. Like I mentioned before, I will do whatever it takes. I made selfish decisions and I am begging for a chance one day to go through a process to do whatever it takes to earn your confidence back. I know you were not looking for a friendship, and to be transparent, neither was I.
Then why did you say you were?
But you're married,
Also,
so how could that have been a
yeah.
real thing?
Also, can we talk about how he's willing to say anything, it seems like. He says he's crying, he's not too proud to beg, he just wants you to make up for except putting in any actual work. It's
I
like
think go ahead.
it's giving, I will do anything to lose weight except diet and exercise.
Fuck you, actually.
Which am I guilty of that? Fucking obviously. But that
Hands
like
down, as am I. Um, it, uh, it gets better. I'm trying to figure out things now, and because of the connection we made, if I knew where life would take us, I would be willing to move forward in that same manner you just spoke of. Because of what I did, I know now that I have to gain you back as a friend first and go from there. But once again, do not answer that. Just think about it. You and I met alone and no one else was around or apart. Please let's work this out together, but allow me to do all the work to build my character back. I know deep down you know I am sincere and mean this with all my heart.
also don't fucking tell me what to do.
And don't tell me what I know or don't know.
Or, you could have easily, and this again goes to the he's like, it's one of those things where, like, I don't doubt he thinks he feels this way, but it's just, like, the lack of emotional regulation on his part. He's either saying what he thinks you want to hear, or he's trying to control the situation, and it's like,
Mhm.
I'm a grown-ass woman, I'm gonna respond. When or never. Whenever I want, even, like
Hands down. Hands down. Sorry, took so long to type, was trying to be careful with my choice of words
No, you
because I don't
weren't.
want to make any more mistakes. You are a beautiful person and soul. I know. I want you to know the real me, not the one who is afraid of speaking up in the heat of the moment. I know I made a huge mistake, but I promise you, I am someone you can go to war with and count on. Apparently, your wife doesn't know that.
Also,
Bananas.
are you gonna bring your wife to war with you, or
Mhm.
also, nobody is this remorseful immediately after they make a mistake if they didn't think it was a mistake in the first place when they were doing it. You're not sorry. You're just sorry you got caught.
Can we also talk about the fact that he admitted he had done this before?
I hate men so much. Or
please, please, please don't throw me away. I know you can find a place somewhere for my big head in your life. I'm literally at your mercy. Please. When I come to Texas, I will drive all the way to Lubbock, get on my knees, beg for your forgiveness, and get right back in my car and drive back. Also, whatever else you do. Oh, and also whatever else you want me to do. I'll start there. That was it. I
make
stopped
them mow your
responding.
lawn. Be like, I do have some, I do actually have some yard work.
Listen, here's a Cash App request. I have a huge trip this summer. Like,
truly. Also, if you want to, make a few car payments for me, that would be nice. Maybe.
That would be super.
Yeah. Fill up my
Next
car at
morning.
least.
No, listen, the cost of gas prices, yes, but I need a few tanks of gas.
Let's get back to garbage man number 2.
I do have a nickname for him that our lovely Gordo McJean Jacket helped. He assisted in creating said nickname for him. Although married man number 5 in and of itself says everything.
Yes.
So nickname to be revealed soon. The next morning, after all those messages, about 9:00, I'm literally over here tweaking. I'm attempting to respect your space, but I find it difficult, very difficult. Seeing that I yanked the rug out from us both on yesterday's call, when you allow me, I know. When you allow me, I want to talk to you. We need to go with me in your mind for just a moment, please. Not making any excuses, just listen. This happened so fast, too fast, when you really think about it. When I walked in your hotel room, we sat, looked at each other in the eyes, only for a moment. You started to put your hair up. Dopamine instantly released. Time out. For my family, who may or may not be listening to this episode, please turn it off now. There is details that if you continue listening, your fault. But for those of you who are my family that want to turn this episode off, now is the time.
Yes. And for me, I'm like, that would have been a great time to be like, hey, before we do anything, let me just lay this out on the table.
Dopamine instantly released. All in caps. I knew exactly what that meant. We kissed. Again, dopamine explosion. No turning back, no words. You told me to take that off. Dopamine, dopamine, dopamine. You took off your clothes. Your beautiful face and body sent me into a state of complete surrender. More dopamine. There is no way I'm messing up at this moment. And to be honest, at that point, it was not even on my mind. All that was on my mind is getting my mouth, tongue, lips, and hands all over you and yours on me. In the short glimpse of seeing you in the lobby when you didn't see me, and then walking out for a quick encounter, then several hours later, when we are in each other's arms completely naked, was something so organic, magical, a sexual, loving, passionate, completely irresistible moment that was not forced but magnetic. And then in parentheses, there's that word again. We both couldn't have resisted even if we tried. All of what we were feeling was true. We didn't ask questions. I honestly wondered about your romantic life while I was on my way to you, but when I walked into the room, I didn't want to know. I wanted you, and I knew you wanted me. I'm not overlooking what I did or what I didn't do. I'm only playing this out in my head and how quick it took place. I have been wrestling my thoughts all night. I am crazy about you, and I am sorry. I would not give up on you if it were any other way around. Please don't give up on me. Some things I can't type. They are better said.
This is one of those, like, he's very clearly not able to, he can't handle rejection, and he's losing his mind about it.
And
also, I wonder how his wife feels about him being like, I'm sorry, I saw a woman who was so hot. I just stopped thinking that I was married completely. Totally forgot.
Completely.
100% forgot.
What really pissed me off about that message was that he also wondered about my romantic life on the way over to see me. All you could have fucking done was asked. All you could have done was asked. 'Cause I'm not cheating on anyone. And again, for those of you who have been in that situation, when you have a spouse who cheated on you for years, I'm not gonna do that to someone else because that's fucking shitty. I know how it feels to be on the other side of that. And the fact that I have contributed in any way to their particular relationship just fucking eats me alive on the inside. Eats me alive. I'm gonna continue because this is disgustingly long. Uh Holding my phone in my hand, my finger kept hovering over whether or not to push the send button. I'm fighting to respect your space and wishes, and I will fight and try harder. God, this sucks. I'm so sorry. So mad at myself. That was like a couple hours later. I said, I need to ask a direct question. And this is where I don't want you to answer right away because it's something to truly think about. And I'm fucking livid. Okay? Like, I'm fucking pissed at this point. Erika and I have talked a couple of times. I am like, I just need to ghost this. I just need to be done. This is bad for my mental health. And not that it's an excuse either way, but my brain, like, this is where some of the emotional transparency comes in, especially with this podcast, because my brain wants this to be a legitimate apology. Oh God, I'm gonna cry. My brain wants someone to want me so bad that they're seeking forgiveness like this because there was
Mhm.
something so wrong and so fucked up. And my brain craves that because I want to be wanted. And then there's the other part of me that's like, bitch, he's married. Like, why the fuck do you want an apology from this motherfucker? So I'm saying it out loud because while I am angry in that moment, I am angry with myself for having any kind of empathy towards him and having any kind of like emotional, like lovey-dovey reaction to some of the words that he's saying. Not the whole thing, but it because it is frustrating. But some of the things that he's saying is like, yeah, you're right. I fucking hate that about the way that my brain works. So I'm saying it out loud because I know that I don't think that I'm ever gonna be completely healed and really find a partner that can, like, handle my mental instabilities, but also, like, I am healed enough to know that, like, there are so many motherfuckers out there that are not healed, that won't put in the work and are not consistent, that I know better.
Mhm. Um, can I say something that's gonna hurt your feelings and my feelings at the same time?
Obviously.
I constantly find myself stuck in the trap of I want somebody like, same thing, like, I want somebody to apologize like that, like, I want somebody to love me that much and have it be real because I want to be the type of person that's worth doing that for.
Oh.
And in my brain, I'm not, unless I have
Yes!
that validation, which is never gonna happen, like, it is unreasonable, and it's also, like, not healthy to put your self-worth on somebody else like that, but at the same time, like, I was having a moment, like, last night where I'm like, I just want somebody like, I want a man, I want to feel that level of safety where I can just, like, fall into them and, like, have them put their arm around me and have them be the ones taking care of me and not the other way around, and, and it's situations like that where I just, like, I miss having somebody here or somebody that I live with that is like that for me, and then I remember that the last time I had that when I was with Nolan, it wasn't like that. He was not ever really somebody that I could do that with, and it just, like,
Yep.
remembering that, and then I sort of, like, I'm much better at getting myself out of the cycle, but I still instinctively, my brain is like, "Well, it's because I wasn't worth it." And to him, I wasn't, but that doesn't mean that to somebody else I'm not, and even more, like, that doesn't mean that I shouldn't be worth it to myself, and that's the part that's
Oh.
hard. That's the part that's hard because, like, I want so badly to not like, I'm like, "Can I just not can we take a break from the emotional work, please? Can I just have somebody who looks at me and is like, 'I love you so much that I will take care of you. I just want to take care of you.'"
Yeah.
And
And where is that person for
yeah,
either of us?
yeah.
I think the entire concept of, like, I girl boss too hard and became important at work, I
Fucking tell me about it.
I girl boss too hard for myself, and because I have to, because I'm the only one taking care
Yeah,
of me, and so
mhm,
when the semblance of someone that comes in to also take care of me, the fight or flight mode is like, "Fuck you, I've been taking care of myself forever, like, I don't
mhm,
fucking need you." But,
mhm,
like, that little, that percentage of me that wants to let down that wall a little bit and let someone take care of me is a constant fucking battle, because
mhm,
I want that, and I want the emotional security, but I don't fucking need anyone to take care of me financially. I don't need anyone to take care of me to take me to work, or I don't need anyone to pay my bills. All of that's already fucking handled.
mhm,
I want someone to share the life with me, not just take care of my bills. It's not the same fucking
mhm.
thing.
I what I mean by, like, take care of me and, like, you and I know each other well enough that, like, when I say that or when you say that, like, we know what each other means, but it's like, I want somebody who puts in the same effort that I do with anticipating their needs. Like, I'm not asking for somebody to be like a mind reader, but like, I am not a person that asks for help, and I'm not a person that's going to ask for something 100 times. I'm going to ask you a couple of times. And if that's not important to you, fucking great, heard. Like,
Send it.
I
Done and
want
done.
you to be like, oh, like I just had a really bad day at work or whatever, or like I'm fucking tired. And I want that person to be like, I'll make dinner tonight. I'll take care of it because that's what I would do for somebody else.
Correct.
And it's just not something like I will take care of everybody else. I will take care of everything else. I will take care of an entire household like I have since I was like 12. I will take care of all of it. I will plan dinners. I will pay all the bills. I would do everything. But like, I just want somebody to I will take care of everything else if somebody just not even entirely takes care of me, but just like makes me a priority. That's it. That's all.
Mhm,
Like, I don't feel like
mhm.
that's too much to ask.
No, and oftentimes that gets misunderstood as, "Oh, she just wants someone to pay her bills. Oh,
Yeah.
she just wants."
No,
No, that's not the same fucking thing.
yeah, I'm gonna take care of my own self, but, like
It would be nice to have an emotional barrier of
mhm,
someone to also protect, where I can let down my guard a little
mhm,
bit and have them stand their guard. Like, "Standing
yeah,
post, I've got you, bitch." Like, that would be nice.
yeah, or, like, in a relationship, know that things will happen if I don't do them. Like, my friendships are
Yes.
like that. I have all like, many of my 3 closest friends are all like that. Like,
Yeah.
if I don't do something, it's not like it just won't get done. It's that they'll always pick up the slack for me, and
Yeah.
if they can't, they're not gonna hate me for not being able to do it.
No.
But I've never really
No,
been in a
and
relationship like that.
yeah. And we make the joke all the time about, like, me fixing your tires when
Mhm,
I was in North Carolina, but it's
mhm,
not wrong. Like, when you have a friend circle who will pick up not necessarily the slack, but, like, pick up where you left off or pick up where you're
mhm,
not even thinking about it,
mhm,
that's friendship. And while I want that also in a relationship, that's sometimes like, I have only experienced that kind of relationship once. And 90% of that was me telling the person, "Hey, can you do this for me? Because I don't
mhm.
have time, or I don't have the mental wherewithal, or I don't have the fucking
Yes.
capacity."
Yeah.
It would be nice to not have to do that. Like, where is the emotionally unstunted man that can also help take care of business without having to be asked 100 times?
Yeah. For me and I think for me, like, this is the thing and I think this is something that I've sort of very recently come to the conclusion of, and it's not like and I don't even know if I'll ever get to a point where I can actually, like, make myself ask for it, but, like, I have ADHD, and keeping things clean is very difficult for me. Very difficult. Like, not like, "Oh, I don't like to pick up after myself." Like, it is I cannot even describe how hard it is for me and how much like brain power it takes for me to like just do my laundry and do the dishes, let alone like, do the other shit like mop the floors and wash the rug that's in my bedroom and clean the bathroom and change out the bath mats and like all of that stuff. Like those things are very, very, very difficult for me. And aside, like I don't even know what a comparison would be. I really don't. And it's always been hard. And I think it always is going to be hard. But I would really like to have somebody who, instead of just getting mad at me for not doing it, somebody being like, wow, she's messier than usual. She's probably struggling.
Yeah, let me help with whatever could possibly be going on.
I'll just throw the
Rather
trash
than
out of her car. Like,
Right. Rather than the judgment of like, this is a lot. Like, I fucking
or
know it's a lot.
or doing it like, oh, I'm gonna clean your car out. I cleaned your car out. Aren't you so glad I cleaned your car out? Doesn't it feel so much better now that your car is clean? Yes, it does. Thank you for letting me know. And I appreciate it, but now you're just making me feel like a failure. So if you could shut the fuck up, I really wish you hadn't even done it at this point. Let
Can we
me.
also talk about the fact that like you trying to put in the work for self-care and like learning about the things that you like, and it's okay to like the things that you like, and then your ex-husband still threw out your lawn chairs because he didn't like them.
Mhm. Yeah.
We love a good communicator.
Mhm.
If you
Because
want
it
me to
was
cut that
gonna
out, I will.
no, leave it in.
Okay.
Leave
All
it in.
right.
Absolutely leave it in. My favorite part about that whole thing, we were actually in couples counseling because I did bring that up. And he was like, "It's gonna lower our property value. It's gonna, like, mess up our lawn." I was like,
Lawn chairs will
"Lawn
lower your
chairs?
property value.
Lawn chairs in the backyard. Backyard. Okay, right?" And he's, like, dead ass about this whole thing. And, like, I know he's full of shit. He knows he's full of shit. I'm sure the counselor knows he's full of shit. He's just making shit up because he doesn't wanna be wrong. Our neighbors across the street had toilets as planters.
That's right. I forgot.
I don't think lawn chairs in the backyard is gonna be the
Oh, I
clincher
did
for
forget about that.
anyone who wants to buy our house.
I think the neighbors will be the clincher for someone that wants to buy that
Truly,
house.
truly. I'm like, "What?" And or, like, I don't know, I just have it's stuff like that, like, I felt really selfish for somebody, like, I want somebody to take care of me, but I really and we are both like this, like, we're like, "Wow, like, I'm asking for so much." But we're not.
And
We're
we're really
literally
not.
just asking for
Yeah.
somebody who would do the same thing for us that we would do for them.
Yes.
Not even fully, just like 70%. If you could just meet
Yes.
me literally anywhere.
This
More
is
than
also a
50%
hurt
is all I'm
feelings
asking
thing.
for.
This is also a hurt feelings thing. I have said it to Erika in the past, when I had the job with the International Student Office. There was I can't remember who it was, my boss, my counselor, I can't remember who it was now, but at one point someone said, "You can't expect you out of other people." And I was like, "Fuck you, actually."
Yes. There's this woman who's doing, oldest daughter rehab, and Sarah is not an oldest daughter, but she is.
Energy.
She
Energy, baby.
meets she meets all the criteria except for being an oldest daughter. She has all the neuroses. So I send them to her, and it's always like that's one where it's like, hold on, now we're gonna go through this together." Sometimes people aren't gonna do things the same way you do them, and you're just gonna have to let them do it. And I'm like, "First of all, that was
Oh,
rude. That was
I don't like
unnecessary."
that.
Whew.
I don't like that.
Also, total side note, my supervisor, they're threatening to kick me out of my office because we don't have enough space and we're getting a bunch of new people who to be fair, are much higher. Like we're getting like a GS13, we're getting another GS14. We're getting people
Goddamn.
that, yes, that like I understand why they would take precedence over having an office over me. However, there's one he's a captain, but he's a lieutenant right now. He doesn't even pin until he gets here. And I'm like, if you fucking kick me out of my office for a goddamn lieutenant, I'm going to throw a tantrum.
As
But
you should.
anyway, I'm like, I'm going to put one of the walls has like really ugly like anchors and like it's like looks like it was painted by like a 5-year-old and it's those ugly DPW gray colors. And I'm like, I'm going to put wallpaper up. And he's like, ma'am, you can't do that. And I was like, why not? And he's like, you just can't. And I was like, it's peel and stick wallpaper. It's not
It
permanent.
comes right off.
Yeah.
Right.
It's less damaging than tacking up all of the things that I have in my office right now. And he's like,
Correct.
man, you just can't do that. And I'm like, okay. I'm going to do it anyway. This wallpaper is
As you
coming.
fucking should. Oh, I love that. Yes. Yes. Don't
Fuck
fucking come at
you.
me. Oh, I can't fucking stand that. Oh, I have so
Like, it's
many things.
unprofessional. I'm like,
You're unprofessional.
yeah, you know what else is unprofessional?
You. Okay, let me get through this ridiculous amount of monologue because we are maybe halfway done.
Oh my God.
So, I said, I need to ask a direct question. And this is where I don't want you to answer right away because it's something to truly think about. He said, whatever it is, I will truly take time to think about it before I answer because you know how serious I am about you. And I know you have taken a serious liking to me. I can feel it. So I will take time. Okay.
Nothing pisses me off more that when a man, specifically a man, but people in general, JK, the only people who've done this to me have been men I'm romantically involved with or my family. And both, if you want to send me into a blind rage, just be like, I know this is how you feel, and then lecture me about it. I will lose my shit on a
Off
like
with their heads.
Jerry
Immediate.
Springer level.
Done and done. I said, I'm no one in the grand scheme of your life. I'm a one-night stand in the books, another notch on the relationship you said you've stepped out on before. Me, myself, and I have been single, actually single, for 3 years, enjoying people here and there, dating here and there. So for me, I'm free and clear as far as me and my house. That said, I need you
Truly.
to answer one thing honestly. Are you staying in your marriage and working on it, or are you leaving? None of my fucking business, but I am a masochist and I must know. Not because I want anything to do with him. Let's make that perfectly fucking clear. I just want to know, out of pure, disgusting curiosity, what his response is going to be. So when he says he's going to take the time to truly think about it, this response was an hour later. Sarah, although we just met, in totality, you are everything in the grand scheme of things. Think about it. You are more than a one-night stand. You are potentially someone who motivated me to make that move. I would be leaving everything for my everything, and because I wanted to leave. I am not a serial cheater. I don't step out. I was with you because I wanted to be with you. In my career, I have visited offices with women that are staffed at 98%. I have been to meetings year after year and have not cheated. You have captivated me from a distance. Oh shit, I lost my place. Ah! You captivated me from a distance and I couldn't stop thinking about you. And 2 days later, walking out of the room, I instantly knew it was you without a doubt. The first day I saw you, I was so far away that I didn't even realize you had tattoos or a nose ring or anything. You just took my breath away. Have I seen women prettier than you? Yes, but your beauty is perfect. And pardon me, when I was alone with you in your room and saw every inch of your body, you then became more beautiful than anyone I have ever seen. Do I know everything about you? No. I or we haven't even scratched the surface. That's why it would not be the smartest thing to drop my entire life and move forward, or for you either. But I have gone back and forth in my mind, weighing should I leave or should I stay before you were in the picture. You are the first motivation that has prompted me to say in my mind I should leave. Now, When I make my final decision to stay or go, it will not be solely because of you. I will not put that weight on your shoulders. It will be because I made the decision to leave. However, you will be a motivating key factor. I would have to say, yes, indeed. This is not the first I have thought about it, if I should stay or try to work on it, or should I go. I came into my marriage not believing in divorce, but when you have lived a little, that changes. LOL.
I have so many thoughts. I will wait for you to be finished, though.
It's But this is the first time someone else has ever posed that question to me, and so I truly do need to take time to really think about it, like you said. I hate typing all this because some things are easier to say live. I will try to say it anyway. It is weird, but here you go. If I make the decision to leave, I'm leaving and not turning back. However, if I say I'm going to stay and work on it, there may be still an open door to leave because two people are involved, and you never know if the other person is really working as hard as I am. I hope that makes sense.
Okay. 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 So wild. That was a ride. Okay.
Journey.
Truly. Can we talk about how he's like, "Are you the most attractive woman I've ever seen?" No.
No. Why? Why would you ever say that to someone?
You could
I
just not
I
say that.
You
Or
could
or he's like, "I see you. I didn't notice anything about you though."
have Exactly.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay. Uh
Okay.
also, "Oh, I never thought of leaving my wife until now." Yes, but you're okay, it doesn't help your cause that you're cheating on her and still the thought of leaving has never crossed your mind. Like, that's not
Also, don't fucking say multiple times that I would finally be the motivation for you to leave your fucking like, no. No, 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 no,
no.
no, no.
Also, he's saying all this stuff, pouring his heart out, I say in quotes, because he likes you so much and you have this connection and you're so beautiful and all of this stuff, right? But also he's like, "I would do anything for you except leave my wife. Don't ask me to leave my wife. Don't ask me to make
Yes.
any change
Oh
at all
my
that
god.
would affect my wife. It would affect my life in literally any capacity, but I'll do anything for you. I'll do anything for you."
It's
Again, I'd do anything to lose weight except diet and exercise. That's what it's giving.
That is what it's giving. I say, what happened between us only happened because you chose not to be honest and took away my ability to make an informed decision. That's not something I'm willing to overlook or rebuild from. You had one opportunity to be honest with me and you chose not to be. I won't make that mistake twice. I mentioned it, but my ex cheated on me several times and had babies with a woman and then ended up marrying her 2 months after we divorced. His response: I have to respect how you feel. However, I am not your ex, and I do not say that with pride to put him down or make me look or feel better. It would not be appropriate. What of any of
Wow.
this is appropriate? Okay. I say
Wow.
that because of the life I have lived and where I have come from. I am not perfect by any means, and although I hurt and upset you, I truly did not mean to. I own it and I'm truly sorry. Okay, this is the fucking kicker. If I left my marriage, would you not be willing to rebuild with me?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Because you lied to me off rip. Off rip, you lied to me. Also,
I
can we talk about how men are unwilling to be single? They just don't wanna be single.
unwilling.
Like,
27 years with this woman, and you're ready to jump into another thing with someone right fucking away because you can't be left alone with your own thoughts? Welcome to the fucking world, dude. Like, oh, oh,
maybe see a therapist.
shocking revelation. It gets better because I bring that up. I am not a dishonest person, and an act of dishonesty doesn't make you, me, or anyone else dishonest. It makes us human. However, a series of dishonest acts does make a person become labeled dishonest. I hope that makes sense. I respect you totally and how you feel. I have no choice making you angry. That's how I made you feel. I would be a fool to not acknowledge and take that to heart. It is like stepping on someone's foot. If I didn't think I applied pressure and they said it hurt them, I can't say that I didn't. I have to acknowledge their pain. Now I am comparing our situation to stepping on someone's foot. LOL. No. only making a point that I know I was wrong and I upset you and I acknowledge and own it.
Okay. Going back to the whole, like, one act of dishonesty doesn't make me a dishonest person. Not telling someone you're fucking married and having them be unintentionally, unconsensually, like, complicit in your cheating is completely different than being like, "Oh, I know I said I would let the dogs out, but I didn't. Oopsie daisy."
Entirely. Entirely. Now, for those of you listening, to our ladies out there that don't always stand on their own 2 feet, as far as, like, emotionally and don't stand up for themselves, I am very guilty of this, and I know
Mhm.
that these are just text messages, but I am honestly quite proud of my response to this
I'm proud of
because
you.
I was fucking angry, okay?
I don't think
I
I would've
respond.
been able to be as, uh,
Well,
l
the,
level-headed.
this is level-headed now, but the immature part comes out later. Yeah, I'm getting into it. This isn't about my past, and it's not about whether you're like my ex. This is about you and the decisions in front of you. What we shared over a few days of conversation and flirting doesn't change that. My intention was to get to know you, your life, your character, and the man you present yourself to be. And now I have my answer. If you choose to leave your marriage, that must be a decision you make for yourself, not because of me, not influenced by me, and certainly not with the expectation that I'll be waiting on the other side. Ending a marriage is the closing of an entire chapter of your life that requires accountability, reflection, and time, real intentional time to fully understand what that means. Your focus should be on yourself, gaining clarity, navigating that transition responsibly, and seeking the support necessary to do it in a healthy and honest way. Relationships are built on choices. It is a choice to wake up every day and love your partner. It is a choice to grow together, I'm gonna fucking cry, to invest and to build a life side by side. You have to wake up every single day and make the choice to love. It is equally a choice to betray that partnership, to compromise it, and to impact everyone connected to it, including the silly woman you met while we were traveling for work. We both made choices this past week, and the difference is mine were rooted in honesty, openness, and genuine intention, and yours were not. I said, people get far too comfortable with kindness and begin to treat it like a privilege instead of a basic human standard. Don't mistake the grace I've shown in this situation for weakness. Your access to me has been revoked. Let me be perfectly fucking clear. There is no version of this where I lower my standards or revisit something that began with such cruel dishonesty. I will not be waiting, and I will not be rebuilding anything that I was unknowingly involved in breaking.
I'm so proud of you.
Was I bawling when I typed all of that out? Of course I was!
Yes, but you still typed it and you sent it, and it sounds, first of all, it sounds very eloquent, and you're not being, like, petty or shitty, or not that he doesn't fucking deserve it, but, like, you're just being like, honest with how you feel and what, like, in no uncertain terms, like, like, "This is not happening. We're not doing anything. Like, whatever choices you make, that is all on you. I don't want you to think for one fucking second that you should make any decisions based on me and my part in this."
Yes. So his response, which was several hours later, which also pissed me off because I thought that my response was beautiful and executed perfectly. And I was like, all
Yes.
right, bitch, like, what's your reaction? He responds several hours later, which just, anyway, he says, I hear what you're saying and I want to acknowledge it fully. You're right. The situation I created wasn't fair to you, and I take responsibility for that. I'm genuinely sorry for the hurt and disappointment my actions caused. You approached things with honesty and openness, and I didn't meet you with that same level of integrity. That's on me. I never have done something so awful that upset someone so bad, and I hate that you were a recipient of that. I apologize with all of my heart, and I've repented to God because I hurt, betrayed, and I was dishonest to you, and it was something I hate I did. It is not who I am.
Joke's
I
on you,
respect your
that's not real.
boundaries. Shocking. I respect your boundaries and your decision to step away, and I won't attempt to challenge that. You deserve clarity, respect, and consistency from the start, and I understand why the situation fell short of that and was totally unacceptable. Thank you for being direct and honest with me. I do take what you said seriously, and I'll reflect on it moving forward, especially since you have suffered a traumatic experience in the past. I say one more thing, not to attempt to change your mind, but because it matters to me to be clear. I never intended to hurt you or to leave things in a place where you'd feel like I'm someone against you. My selfishness and choice to withhold my information was my worst infraction I have ever made. I understand why you feel the way you do, and I accept responsibility for my actions because creating pain or turning this into something negative between us was never my intention. Although I wasn't upfront and honest, I did enter, excuse me. I wasn't upfront and honest. I did not enter our situation, with the intent of hurting you, and for that I am forever sorry. That doesn't excuse anything, and I'm not asking for anything from you. I just didn't want to leave things without saying that I truly regret how this unfolded and the position it put you in. How it unfolded? I respect your decision and your boundaries. Also note the fact that he says that he respects my decision and my boundaries and still continues to send more messages and
Yes.
continues to fucking say this.
Yes.
And again, I am being as transparent as possible with this particular episode because how many of us women, anyone in a relationship, has been gaslit by the other person saying that? I do respect your boundaries. I do know what you're feeling. And don't you feel like this?
Yeah.
Oh, so then, like 30 minutes later, he says, Jesus, I am sick to my stomach and I deserve to be. I hate I did this to you. I wish you really knew me. Never done anything like this before, and I'm truly, truly sorry. I can't say it enough, and I wish I could repair the damage I have done. More than anything, I hate it is you I did it to. And then that was it. So the next day, around noon, I have been thinking, this is, again, if my family is still fucking listening to this, turn it off. Like, I'm giving you 2 warnings now. I've been thinking about you nonstop, even dreaming, not sexual or anything like that, and also about what I did, and I'm really profoundly sorry and angry at myself for turning you against me. I want to fight and fight and fight to turn you back around to face me. I understand if you don't respond or want to talk. I just wanted you to know that I regret the heck for not being honest and forthcoming. If we ever talk again, which I pray does not happen, if we never talk again, which I pray does not happen, because of what I did, you will always consume my mind. I will never stop thinking of you, never stop singing forgiveness, never stop caring for you, and never stop fighting to repair the ugliness that I have done. Because I was wrong for what I did. I know I may sound like I'm going to be over resilient, and I want to be, but that is not a healthy approach towards you. I won't pressure you, but I do care about making things right. I'll respect your space and leave it up to you if you ever want to talk. I will stop there because after every sentence I type, I want to say more. 2 minutes later, man, I'm so sorry. 5 hours later, man, I miss you like crazy. I received good news twice today, and while I was grateful, I couldn't even enjoy it or be happy. I wanted to tell you so bad. Only thing that made me smile was I thought about last week around this time we had just met, how I wish I could rewind back the time till then and still come visit you and make things right.
Last week. Week.
Yep. Couple
Bonkers.
hours later. I'm so sorry, Sarah. I apologize with everything in me. I'm crazy for you. I'm sorry, but I had to say it. 20 minutes later. All right, I'm going to chill for a bit before I start giving stalker vibes in a mystery documentary. And I don't want you to think I'm cray-cray. I don't want you to think I'm cray-cray. I'm just crazy about you in every way. I'll be right here, not going anywhere. I'll be the guy over here trying not to type. And I got
doing
pissed.
a bad job.
He's doing a terrible job.
Also, if you really want to impress the girl who's upset about you cheating, maybe you should just leave your wife. I mean,
also,
I'm not saying that the ship hasn't sailed, but like...
Correct. It's just bananas. The audacity is just fucking bananas that he thinks with all of these grand apologies that I'm just going to be like, okay.
Yeah.
Because the problem is, here's my problem, is more than likely, because cheaters, that is a regular thing in their lives, more than likely he has had women be like, okay, in the past. And now I'm standing on my own being like, bitch, no. So I got mad. After all this, I got mad and I said, tell me about you. How long have you been married? He says, I'm scared to say anything because I feel like whatever I say will be wrong, especially when you ask me a question. I said,
you're asking for facts.
yeah. So I said, do you have kids? Not that it needs to be said again, but I feel like the truth is probably the route to go. Laughing, he responds to that message. And he says, I will answer everything you need to know. I really want to talk on the phone about this. 27 years and I have 2 kids. Okay, so I'm also scrolling on Facebook because I'm ADHD. I'm going to play this video because I sent it to him.
And in this world, who is...
How do I rewind?
Do you know who Steven Spielberg? There is a type of woman in this world who is caring and loving and warm and giggly and bubbly. And she'll be the nicest person you'll ever meet. But that same woman will be the most cold-hearted, cutthroat, distant person you are ever going to encounter if you play games with her, if you disrespect her, if you don't treat her well. She will cut you off like that. There is a...
I sent him that. He doesn't even respond. Doesn't make a comment. No emoji, no nothing. Shocking. I know.
Mm-hmm.
So then I said, I'm in a meeting, can't talk on the phone. Did I lie about that? Yeah, I sure did. I was sitting in my room in my underwear. He says, oh, I got it. And I said, 20, ... 7, ... years, ... He says, yep, been very patient. So I said, are the kids still at home? And he said, yes, but they're old enough to be out of the house. And I said, are you going to seek therapy? He said, that was actually funny what you said earlier. Your sense of humor. Shake my head. So then he says, no, been there, done that. And I said, I'm curious to see if you've sought couples counseling but what about individually? What you're saying is a huge shift in your life alone. Don't you think therapy would be a tool to assist you through these decisions? He says, yes, it would. Spiritual therapy and counseling. I've done both in the past. And I said, if your wife had all the same information I do, what do you think she would say about your actions? He says, I'm sure she wouldn't like it. Wild. So I said, do you think she would fight for your marriage if she found out that you wanted to leave? He said, I'm not sure. I sometimes think she would and sometimes think she wouldn't. If our kids were younger and early on, maybe, but now I don't know. I'm being funny, but will you please not talk about us on your podcast? LOL. He says, I have to compliment you. You are very good. Your voice and articulate, humor and inflection. Your tones are great on your podcast. You have great skills in everything you do. So I said, so after 27 years, 2 kids, God knows how many fights, makeups, family functions, kids events, church services, ups and downs, you want to leave someone who is stuck by your side all this time. And then I said, you don't hardly know anything about me. And he said, no, I don't. He doesn't even respond to that, okay? He says, no, I don't. I'm not trying to bail out and quit. And he said, I don't think...
No, you want your cake and eat it too. That's what you want.
Correct. I don't think any person that's in their right mind wants to do something like that. She's threatened to leave me so many times during arguments and such. And I said, threatening and action are 2 completely different things. Action is where it really counts. Effort is the point. He said, facts, agree with both statements. And I said, so where is she now? Where are you? Because this is like 8 p.m. at night.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, I'm at home. She's out. And I said, so the same thing last night. You were sending me messages at 8 p.m. And he said, she was home last night. So again, the disrespect. Oh, we were just in separate rooms.
Nolan used to do that shit.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. We were just in separate rooms. I was watching TV in the living room and she had a friend over. He just sent me, you guys, for any of you listening, he just sent me another text message and I have his fucking text open on my WhatsApp desktop. So he's going to see that I read it like immediately, even though I'm reading it on my phone. Ah! Okay, this is going to get better because this is a message that I haven't even fucking read yet. Whoa! Oh my God, I'm so mad. So I respond, are you still sleeping in the same bed? He says, hey, you didn't respond to my question earlier, LOL, about the podcast. And then he says, sometimes, but sometimes we don't. I sleep in the guest room, some, and on the couch. I respond to his podcast question, and I said, I'm going to be flat out with you. My podcast, which is none of your business, is about transparency, dating, and heavy on mental health. We talk a lot of shit about men for these very reasons. while I am respectful, and I will not mention your name or any specifics about how you and I met, but I will be talking about the situation. He likes the message. Oh, that's cool. I respect that.
No,
I was
you
like,
don't.
is she? No, then he says, I was like, is she interviewing me? LOL. Which, for any narcissistic personality, is probably like, oh, she's interviewing me. She's going to put me on her podcast. So there's a piece of me that doesn't even want to release this episode because he would probably fucking soak it in. He would probably soak it in and be like, oh, she's healing and she's going through this emotional journey and I've helped her with that. Fuck yourself. Fuck yourself. Oh, I have pit stains. So he says, I know. That's why I hate that you were a recipient of it. And I keep, oh, wait. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, is she interviewing me? I said, I'm not going to lie. This really fucks me up. I'm angry. I'm in agony over letting a man, any man, fuck with my head. It's happened too many times. And the fact that I let myself even get an ounce of attachment towards you really gets under my fucking skin. And he says, I know. That's why I hate that you were a recipient of it, and I keep apologizing because you didn't deserve that. And I can't believe I didn't speak to when I'm quick to say that to anyone. That's why I get sick to my stomach thinking about how I made you feel. I'm so sorry and forever will be. My apologies for the delay. I spilled something the other day when I was eating, and I just realized it. It dried up, but I was able to get it off. What? So then I respond, this situation, while it warrants an apology, many, in fact, doesn't matter. And he said, didn't think I would be able to get off the material. Why are we fucking talking about the shit that's on your couch? Like, what? What the fuck? So then he says, I respect that, but some people would probably feel they didn't need to apologize, but I know I need to, and I need to do whatever it takes to make you know how sorry I am and how sincere I am. Even though it doesn't matter to you, it matters to me, letting you know how sorry I am. And I said, that may be the case. Oh my God, I'm starting to stutter. Ah! That may be the case, but it doesn't change much. Exactly what I said earlier about effort and action. Apologies don't do anything but make you feel better.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, it doesn't make me feel better. I wish it did. The only thing that would make me feel better is that you are not angry, upset one day and understand that I never intended to hurt you, as stupid as the mistake I made was. When you get there, that's what will make me feel better to a certain degree. The other part is I will have to forgive myself, but I don't see that happening anytime soon. And I said, and this is more where my emotional stability and anger starts coming out because this is a little ranty. So like I want to I want to be healed and mature, and I want to be able to respond to these things eloquently. As Erika said, I want to be like clear and intentional, but then sometimes I just get fucking pissed. And then it's just like, go fuck yourself, actually. So I said, all this situation has taught me is that men, single or married, are trash. Fun fact about the single life, a lot of married men out here trying to play in the singles club. And you, my guy, are married guy number 5. Thankfully, I didn't sleep with all of them, but I did find out after catching any semblance of feelings. This situation has just taught me yet again that dating is garbage. I am attracted to men against my will, and I will need to come to peace and happiness that I'm going to be single forever. Dramatic? Yes. He says,
not wrong.
Again, he doesn't fucking know me, okay? But he says, you have a good heart, and the last several days I have been praying for your heart for myself, and mainly focusing on letting you know how sorry I am, how I acknowledge my wrong and own it. So I said, what outcome are you actually hoping for here with me? What are we doing? He says, I promise I'm not running around playing this single game. I messed up, but I am a private person and someone that minds their own business for more reasons than one. I do not trust people. I hear so many horror stories about women and men while I'm working, and I was mesmerized by you. I said I have had pretty, this makes me so mad. I was mesmerized by you. Okay, I said I have had pretty females come on to me a lot, and I have seen women I am attracted to, but I'm not approaching them. But you are one person I couldn't resist. You know, before I got married, there were a couple of females that had the same effect on me, and I remember them well. I couldn't have avoided it if I tried. There was a chemistry without any spoken words. One I ended up dating for almost 7 years, and the other one we had a connection in high school into my college years. I'm in no position to dictate what kind of outcome to hope for here. If I had to answer that question, I just emphasized it. The statement I said yesterday. And then, Erika, he says, Oops, I was wrong. 26 years. It will be 26 years this year. As if that 1 year makes a fucking difference. Sure. So I said, which statement are you referring to? Sarah, although we just met in totality, you're everything in the grand scheme of things? Or this is not the first time I have thought about if I should stay and try to work on it or should I go? Or I'm crazy about you and I'm sorry. I would not give up on you if it were the other way around. So please don't give up on me. Or all that was on my mind is getting my mouth, tongue, lips, and hands all over you and yours on me. Which one?
Truly.
Erika, the audacity. He says, none of the above, I don't think. But I will copy and paste it. It's kind of long. He copy and pastes. The situation I created wasn't fair to you and I take responsibility for that. Blah, like he copy and pasted it, hands down. Then he says, it's a lot, but I meant all of it. That's what I'm saying if I had to answer. I know it doesn't matter much to you, but I'm still so sorry. I said, I'm still just in a state of shock. All of this already goes against my capacities for trying to understand the situation. He says, I'm sorry, the worst. You are such a great person, and I hate I messed it up. I should have told you. Then he says, so sorry, the wind blew something and it hit the window. Had to make sure it didn't break. So again, trying to pull focus from the situation.
Yeah.
So I said, I think this entire situation, digesting all the information, is that you made me feel like a fool. Embarrassed for myself, that is the worst feeling. He says, you shouldn't feel embarrassed. I should be the one embarrassed, and trust me, I am, and I feel awful. I don't feel like myself after that. Not being honest and hurting someone doesn't feel good. I am forever sorry. Once again, you shouldn't feel embarrassed. You should be mad and
somebody
hurt.
Doesn't feel good. I wonder how your wife
You
would
should be saying that to your wife. Yes! Yes! Fucking yes. So then he says, you should be mad and hurt, but not embarrassed. It is my responsibility to make you not feel any of those things. And again, for those of you listening, I would fucking love it if my partner said that to me. If my partner said, it's my responsibility to not make you feel those things.
Yes.
That fucking hurts. Like, fuck you, dude. And I said, it is not your responsibility to make me feel anything. The question I have for myself is, how do I take this situation and not be bitter about it in my future dating life?
Yes.
He said, Sarah, I disagree. I did it, so I need to fix it. I said, there's nothing to fix. That's the thing. You saying all of these things is just things to say. They might make you feel better, but I'm done gassing it. You have your life to worry about it, and I have mine. We should just leave it at that.
Yes.
Now, that is what I know with time. If you allow me, I can help you with. Sometimes in life, bad things happen, but they turn and good comes out of it. And I said, no, I am not communicating clearly enough. There is no future here, friendship or otherwise. So that was like 10:30 the other night. Okay?
Okay.
Now, I'm going to cover this. Hopefully that works. These are the last messages from me. It's hard to see on this side right here.
Yeah. Okay.
These are how many messages he has sent since then.
Insane.
So that was 10:30 the other night. He responds a couple of times to that. Then the next morning, he texts again. Good morning. Struggled to get up. Was in the bed awake but couldn't get up. I've been doing a lot of thinking about how you said, how do I not be bitter in future dating and how I hurt you, and I take that seriously. I know you've been through a lot even before me, and I don't want to add to that any more than I have. I came across something in the Bible about how hurt can turn into bitterness if it sits too long. Not because the hurt isn't valid, but because it can start affecting you deeper. I'm not saying you need to forgive me or rush anything. I just don't want you carrying something heavy because of me, your ex, or any other man. I'm here to be consistent as long as you allow me and give you whatever space you need. Well, that's not true because you're still in my space. So then, I'm in no place to say anything. That's because you are in control, so I have to ask you, what does healing look like for you right now? What would make you feel safe moving forward, whether that includes me or not? So a few hours later, he asks me if I'm working. No response. An hour later, I care for you truly. I did a bad thing, but I'm not a bad person. I want to make my wrong right. Please allow me. Have you heard the saying, what the devil meant for evil, God will make it for your good? Then like several hours later, I was about to message you and I realized it's about 8 p.m. and I probably do it because this is the time when I begin to settle in. I'm home for the evening and you are heavily on my mind. This is really hard for me to say. I've lived my life with intention, not perfectly, but intentionally, and I've never truly carried regret about what I did to you. I feel that deeply. There have been moments I would have handled differently, but I've always been able to stand on my choices, and this is completely different. What I did to you is something I genuinely regret, and I'm struggling. It hurts me knowing I made you feel embarrassed, hurt, and my act of dishonesty even caused you to question men. That weighs on me more than I can explain. You didn't deserve that, and I'm truly sorry
I
for the way
love
that
how he's just as concerned about how you feel about men in general.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't want you to think
So
badly of men. Men need to do better.
Yeah. So after midnight today, he's still sending messages today. He says, I've been replaying everything in my mind all day, really trying to understand why I didn't tell you the truth. The only explanation and reasons I can give is that I was overwhelmed by the moment with limerence, by pining excitement, and by intense feelings that I didn't handle well at all. That's not an excuse, though. I take full responsibility for how I showed up and acted. I should have been honest. No matter how intense things felt, that was my responsibility, and I didn't meet it. Even in a situation I let get carried away, I still should have stayed grounded and truthful. I've searched for reasons all day, but the truth is, none of them justify not being honest with you. That part is all me completely. Sarah, I'm truly sorry. I hate that I hurt you and put you in a position to feel anything less than respected. I want to make this right, whatever that looks like for you. Not about me, even if that means I don't get or have a future with you. What? One day, I truly feel I'm going to find my way back to you. And when I do, I'm going to show you exactly why I'm meant to be in your life. I'm willing to put in whatever it takes to prove that. I do not know when, but I do know this. I'm not giving up, even if you're with someone. So not only do you condone cheating in your own marriage, but then you would condone cheating in my relationship? What? It goes on. Blah, 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 blah. I'm not giving up even if you're with someone. If I get another chance, I'll do whatever it takes to show you what you mean to me and who I really am. So then that was a little after midnight today. At 2:30 in the morning today, he says, embarrassed to say this, but remember when I said I never give oral sex? And for the record, red flag.
Red flag.
I said
flag.
That. And okay, this is probably TMI, but like his tongue was magical. So he may never give oral, but he can.
He probably has. He was just saying that.
Probably. I said that because I was talking about my current sexual life. It's been pre-COVID since I got to do that, and almost 11 years since it's happened to me. My tongue hasn't had that much action in almost a decade, and underneath it literally just stopped hurting a few days ago from all that work when I was with you. And he's literally typing right now. He's typing right now, okay? So while we're recording this episode, he sent another message. I can't stop thinking about you, and I miss you so much. I miss your heart and your humor. I am so sorry. This is driving me crazy. That was not me. And he's still typing right now.
I'm filled with rage.
So, moral, if there is a moral to this story, this is married guy number 5, okay? On a hilarious note, I just texted Erika about this yesterday. Married guy number 4 is looking at my Snapchat stories. I saw it the other day.
Yes, I forgot about that.
All right. So what is it about me? This is what I want to know. Because I was married to a cheater. So what am I putting out into the world that allows for cheating men, married men, in a relationship men, to seek me out? Like, what is it about me that says to those men, oh yeah, she'll totally sleep with me, even though I'm married? No. No, absolutely fucking not. Just like married guy number 3, who had been separated from his wife for 7 years. Good for you! That doesn't, like... So, I have pit stains. I have healing to do. I know that I have work to do. But one thing that I know I don't have to work on is being loyal. That is something that other fucking people clearly have to work on. And for some reason, I somehow get pinpointed in those people's, like, seeking. I'm just gonna destroy someone's fucking psyche. Like, so on a transparency level, for the people that are listening to this, I hate the fact that emotionally I am attracted to unavailable men. But how do you break that barrier to really, like, figure out whether or not this person's married? Like, especially in the very beginning when you're getting to know each other, like, how are you supposed to break through that barrier fucking immediately? Because you can flat out ask the question, they could lie. It's that
Yes.
simple.
Well, and I don't think the burden of finding out is on you. Like, I really don't. Like, because at a certain point,
That's
like, if you, like, I'm not saying if you're like, like, he has a tan line on his wedding ring, like, or on his ring finger, like, but he told me he's single. Like, obviously I'm not saying that, but, like, it is unreasonable for, if he's not wearing a wedding ring, he doesn't say anything about being married, he doesn't say anything fishy. You look on his Facebook, he doesn't have, like, none of that. Like, it is not fair for that burden to be on you.
Yeah. But this is where the unhinged part of my brain comes into play, because I was texting with my friend Sam about this. So Erika normally would be the person that I send all the screenshots to and all these messages and stuff,
Yes.
but I wanted her reaction to be pretty raw when we recorded. And so I was sending the messages to Sam to, like, I could still vent about it. But Sam, she is cray cray in all the best fucking ways. And she does listen to the show sometimes. So, like, I fucking love this person, and she has been through her shit. She's still going through her shit. She's doing her thing. She also brings out, like, the, you know what? Let's look this bitch up side. Because
Yes.
so on my lunch break the other day, while this man is still sending me text messages, on my lunch break, it took 15 minutes, y'all. I don't think he's really on social media. I don't think he really has a social media presence. But without the social media presence, it took 15 fucking minutes to find a picture of his wife, to find a picture of their children, to find out the fact that they are very heavy churchgoers. Like,
Aren't they
I'm not
always?
gonna give details. I'm not, like, it's not my business. It is their life. It is their marriage. I don't wanna fucking be a part of it. But the fact that he has the audacity to cheat on his wife, who does have a social media presence, and his kids have a social media presence, and you wanna bring this kind of toxic shit, like, no. Absolutely fucking not. No. Um And also, I'm gonna say it. For a man in his 50s, I thought you'd be a little more mature. I thought you'd be a little more mature.
I feel like the older they are, the less mature they are.
See, and I actually disagree, because I'm friends with men that are in their 50s, and they're lovely human beings. Get along very well with their spouses.
True.
Like,
That's true. Men who
So,
are single in their 50s or cheating on their wives.
well, there's that. Part of recording this episode, and I know it's a little bit longer than we normally record, but part of what, like, the shift is for me, and the part that people don't talk about enough, is that it's not just anger and it's not just embarrassment, but it's the feeling of, like, why didn't I ask more questions? How did I not catch that? And exactly what you're saying, Erika, like, it's not your burden, but then how does your brain do that thing where it tries to protect you by being like, see, this is why we don't get attached. This is why we stay guarded. This is why we don't date. This is why we
Yes.
say things And I fucking hate that because I have, and I've kind of explained it before, but like I have a lot of love and affection and caring, and like I have a lot to give to another person, and the fact that I don't have that person to give it to is like, it hurts me almost in a sense. And I hate that someone else's lack of integrity makes me question my ability to trust my own instincts. So let's be pretty fucking clear, as like calling myself out. Exactly what Erika said earlier, this wasn't just a mistake. A mistake is forgetting your wallet. Let's be clear. This was a decision to withhold information. And the wildest part is that he has the fucking nerve to say that he couldn't resist me, that we were magnetic. Sir, you did not lose control. You did not somehow blank everything in your brain. You made a fucking choice. Also, that kind of means
just say you don't have the willpower. Just say like, I did not.
Correct.
Like, what is it with men that will blame literally anything except themselves? Like, I'm not saying that like men should band together and be like, oh, we're huge pieces of shit. Let's like flog ourselves, which, let's be honest, maybe that would help. They'd stop asking me to do it.
Correct.
Like,
what I'm mad about is that I have to sit here and unpack my emotions over a situation that I didn't even have full consent in. That's it. Like, and I'm really mad that this also isn't the first time that I've had to say it. So I had to like kind of put myself in check and be like, maybe I just need to be alone. Maybe dating is trash. Maybe it's not worth it. But I fucking refuse to let someone else's poor character dictate how I show up in my own fucking life.
Poor character is the right word choice.
Yes. But I will say, not in a sense of bitterness, but I am going to raise my standards so fucking high that situations like this cannot break that barrier anymore. Cannot. So it's not about the fact that he's married. It's not about the fact that he knew and I didn't. And if someone if someone has to hide the truth to be with you, then you were never actually given a choice to begin with.
Yes, that is true. I also feel like I don't think it's a standards thing that you, like, people will lie. People will lie to you. And I don't think it's fair to put that on yourself. Like, I should have known. Why didn't I see it before or whatever? And I'm not saying that, like, I'm not saying you shouldn't feel that way because, like, it's unreasonable, because of course it is. But I do think that it's an unreasonable expectation to hold yourself to. Like, I'm not saying don't have high standards. What I think the way you handled this situation is the best way you could have possibly handled it. You found out he was married and you're like, this is not going any further.
Yeah. Now the petty side of me wants to be like, let's tell his wife. No. While I think that there is a piece of me that has the capacity to do that, the weight of their marriage is not something that I can carry around. What I can carry around and try to work through is the guilt that I feel by unintentionally being brought into this situation. It would have been on me if I knew that he was married and I still slept with him.
Yes.
That is not the case.
Yes.
That is not the case. And so while he is saying all of these lovely things and really apologizing and, oh, I can't stop thinking about you, how about you tell your wife what's going on? Like, because what it feels like to me is that he is putting his emotions on me in this situation.
Yes.
I'm not your wife. You need to go to your fucking spouse and figure that shit out. And sorry to be blunt about it, but fucking figure out if you're staying or going. Are you a God-fearing man that doesn't believe in divorce? Or have you lived a life and now suddenly you believe in divorce after meeting this person halfway across the country? Like,
it's the thing, he doesn't believe in divorce if his wife wants a divorce.
Correct. Yes, 1,000 fucking %. So I need to end this episode before I fucking start crying again. Not out of like, oh, I miss him. Oh, I want him back.
It's
No,
rage.
it's fucking rage because what the
Also,
fuck?
I'm so fucking hot right now.
Oh, dude. Yeah. And we've been recording for an hour and a half. So I'll shut the fuck up. Let's do this outro. But I do want to ask for the people that are listening, for any of the people out there that have been bamboozled by a married man, I'm sorry. I'm sorry on their fucking behalf. And I understand what you're going through. I understand the emotions. I understand the self-hatred, because that's definitely there, even though I know better, but it's still there. And you're not alone. And you are worthy of a good person in your life. And I'm going to cry. So, Erika?
And so are you, Sarah. So are you. All of that stuff is true, but also to you. I'm never going to stop bullying you into self-love, okay? I will meet you in every lifetime. That's a threat. Okay. Oh my God, hold on. Daisy's so cute right now.
Oh, she's so precious.
She has no idea what taxes are. She's never even
No,
she doesn't even understand the concept of a 1099.
not at all.
Oh,
Nope.
imagine the life of not being burdened by thoughts because anyway.
I would either be really bored or I would have a lot of fun. Like,
I mean, I think Daisy has both because she's just been, although she did figure out how to open the gate and she's been a menace. So
that's terrible.
I know.
So there's that one gummy worm working for evil yet again.
Yes. I also brought her to work with me. I think I sent you a picture of that, of her on her blanket.
You did.
Anytime I bring her anywhere, I bring her blanket because
That's
why
the
would I
cutest
not?
fucking thing ever.
Truly, she loves it. Okay. That's it for us, everybody. Thank you so much for listening. We love you guys so much. And thank you so much again for your patience. Like, I know we say this all the time. Sarah and I were going through it. Okay. But we're back for the moment. We're like reinvigorated for the pod. And we are in it to win it once again.
Yes.
I don't mean to brag, but I've even posted the TikToks. Sarah only had to remind me once. So, if you want to know what peak performance looks like. Anyway. All right. That's it for us, guys. Thank you so much for listening. Remember our original sponsor forever. We fuck. Jesus Christ. Primal Queen. Excellent. We love Primal Queen. Like legitimately actually does make a difference, at least for me. And they have like studies and stuff. Like it's not just this is how we feel about it. And this is one study with 6 people. It's like they're actually continually doing it. Like it's well researched and stuff like that, which is not something that you always find with like supplements and stuff. And then everyday dose. I like the matcha. I mix it with strawberry protein powder and it's really good. I am a sucker for a strawberry matcha latte and it tastes close enough for me to get protein in my body in the morning.
And for any of you listening, Erika does not ingest enough protein.
Listen, there's protein in peanut M&Ms. Shush. Hey, I have been drinking enough water. This is a 40-ounce water bottle, and I am almost halfway through, and it's just now noon. So
do it again tomorrow, and then come back to me.
Rude. Will I make myself like? Will I go through the process of like the multi-day like procedure that is making sourdough English muffins or bread or bagels or whatever? Absolutely. Will I make my own butter? Also, yes. Will I feed myself a regular dinner of like mac and cheese or a salad? No, that is too difficult. Anyway.
Not real. Parallel universe.
Truly. Remember to follow us on socials. Remember to like and subscribe and watch all of our reels and shorts and TikToks. We love it when you guys when you like comment and you like interact with us on any platform. It just like, it truly, truly makes our day. Like, truly fed up. But anyway, we love you so much. And thank you. Without you, we would be potting into the void.
You know, for outros, that was pretty good. Who are we?